Hey loves! In today's tutorials, we shall be bisecting, prepping, cutting, sewing, and finishing this beautiful bubu dress. Kindly stay with me and let's do this together. I got 3 yards of fabric for this style, but you know I'm very sensitive when it comes to fabric management. So I ended up using just 2 yards of fabric for this beautiful bubu dress. I'll first of all place one of the fabric piece on fold this way. This fabric you're seeing is on fold. Let me open it for you to see. It's on fold. The folded part is what is facing you guys at the moment. This fabric piece you see now is for the back. I'll also go ahead and cut a different one of the same size. I'll also put that on fold. I'll arrange it on top of the first one. For the front and the back of this particular bubu dress, there's no much difference, so I'll just cut everything the same. The first to do is to mark my shoulder line divided by 2. My shoulder line was 16 inches. 16 inches divided by 2, that was giving me 8 inches. And I also go ahead and determine the length of my sleeve. So with the length of the sleeve, that is what will determine how loose or big your bubu dress will be on you, or how small or a bit fitted it might be on you. For my sleeve length, I wanted it to be 18 inches. I added 1 inch for my allowance. What I'll be doing next is to determine the opening of my sleeve. My sleeve opening, I want it to be 16 inches. Since my fabric is on fold, I'll be dividing that into 2 and that'll be giving me 8 inches. I'll be marking 8 inches right here. And I'll step in by 1 inch and make a simple curve. I did this because I want to get some little allowances to do a folding in for the sleeve. So I'll just curve it to this other side of my fabric. And I'll come to the neckline, mark 3.5 as the neck width and 1.5 as the neck depth for the back. And for my front neck depth, I'll be marking 8 inches. And I'll just make a curve to join with the previous neck width for the back. Next is to determine the length of our bubu dress. So when I was cutting this fabric, I just made sure that it was exactly the length of my bubu dress, so there was no need for any cutting. Okay, the length I used was 4 to 5 inches. I'll go ahead and cut out. I'll first of all cut out the back neckline. This is the back neckline. I already told you the fabric piece down was for the back piece and the fabric up is the front. So I'll pick only the one on top, which is for the front, and cut out. I'll just pick it up, open it up this way, fold in that 1 inch allowance and stitch. I also pick the other piece, fold in that way, do same. This is the back. So for the front, I'll pick it, fold it, do the same thing. When that is done, I'll put the back piece right side facing me and the front piece on top of the back piece with their right side facing each other. I'll go ahead and stitch my shoulder line that way and also stitch this other shoulder line. When that is completed, I'll just come to the side of my bubu dress, make a straight stitch to the hem of the bubu, go to the other side. I'll make a straight stitch down to the hem of my bubu dress. There are numerous ways of working on the neckline. The first one is you can go ahead and use a bias tape to turn the neckline. I want to add a bit of style to this bubu dress, so I'll be opting for a different method, which you should stick and stay and watch till the end. I've gone ahead to join all that I've showed you already. This is the neckline. This pink fabric we are seeing, I went ahead to cut the width 2 inches and I folded it with a hemming gum in between to join them together. So after joining it, it has become 1 inch. At this point, pay close attention. I'll hold the midpoint of the neckline this way and I'll make 1/4 inch notch and trim it that way. After that, I'll be opening it. The tip here will no longer be pointed because of the 1/4 inch notch we made. I'll pick a bias, leave a space of about 2 inches, place it at the tip of the neckline. From where the neckline point ended, I'll be stepping down by 1/4 inch. And this is the point where we'll start our stitch from. So let me go ahead and pin it all around and let's continue. When I get to this other side, from that same point, I'll step down by 1/4 inch. Those 2 marks I just made, they should align. One shouldn't be longer than the other. So from one of the points, I'll be making a stitch all around to meet with the other point. I'm taking it to my sewing machine and this is how I'm going to be sewing it. I'm back from the sewing. Can you see the alignment of the 2 stitches? One shouldn't be longer than the other. I'll be opening it up this way. Lift the bias and make a notch about 1/4 of an inch diagonally to get very close to where my stitch ended. I'll come to the other side, open the bias and also make the same notch to also get very close to where my stitch ended. Once I was done with that, I'll just flip it inside. They should overlap each other just as you can see. The next thing I'll have to do is to go ahead and press it down. You must steam press it to make sure that everything is lying down well and aligned before you take it to your sewing machine to do any other thing. At this point, if you turn it to the wrong side, this is how the inside is going to be looking. Okay, because of the notch, we have this V-shape allowance. I'll attach it to those two sides of the bias and I'll go ahead and make a stitch on it. When I'm done, I'll just open it up and make a top stitch very close to the bias all around. Back from my sewing machine, the next thing is I'll just go ahead and trim off the excesses at this place. And I'll turn it to the right side. Go ahead and give it a very beautiful press as well. And the last thing is to just go ahead and work on my hem. So this was how it was looking on my dummy. So I did a little bit of changes here. I tried to just add an elastic rope at the middle there to give it this effect, but I later realized my camera was not actually recording this, so I couldn't get the full video on that part of it. But look at how it's beautiful. Can you see the neckline? The neckline is really beautiful, really clean and really neat. I think this is what I'm going to be rocking this Sunday. Subscribe and be part of the family. We're going to be learning everything fashion in this channel. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Over here is the remaining 1 yard of fabric that was left. I'm already cutting it into pieces for a different project.